Joy Taylor, Miss Skip Bayless, and Shannon Sharp. Good morning.
Joy, how are you?
I'm good.
I'm a little tired, Joy. I had to do a little cleaning last night. You know I was up late last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vacuuming.
Doing what?
Vacuuming.
Yeah.
Getting up dinosaur poop off my floor.
Really?
Yeah.
Vacuuming up your prediction of this series, which was Cavs in 6 games.
Whoa.
Joy, if you want insight into the Cleveland Cavaliers, I'm your man, right? I said sweep, you said 6.
What about Indiana?
I said
They're
7.
a little better.
Said
They're a little
7.
better. They're what they're supposed to be here.
Well.
All I know is Vegas had the Raptors as 6.5-point favorites in the first 2 games.
All I know is we the swept, right?
Yeah.
That's what they are. We the swept.
Baby, little baby.
Yeah, way to go. Yeah.
Don't come back south until you get a better ball club.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's start with that Cavs sweep. They destroyed the Raptors by 35 and are now headed to the conference finals. LeBron led the way with 29, but he got plenty of help last night. All 5 Cavs starters were in double figures, including 23 from Kevin Love. But not every Cav appeared to be happy with their role. The Athletic reported that Rodney Hood refused to go into the game in the 4th quarter, which angered other players. After the game, LeBron praised the rest of his teammates. Let's take a listen.
From game 1, my teammates, you know, they tried to bury him alive in the first series, and they took that personal from game 1. You know, they was wonderful. You know, I was horrible in game 1, and they picked it up for me. So I tried to follow their lead going into game 2 and all the way through game 4. So it was a great series for us. We had a lot of challenges to start the series, knowing their domination they had, you know, in the regular season. So we had a great game plan, and we just tried to execute it as close to 48 minutes as possible.
Shannon, does LeBron have enough help to win a championship?
I know
Good question.
It ain't no good question.
Yeah, I like
now, you already know the answer. You make me sick, Skip Bayless, coming up with this.
Huh?
No. He doesn't have enough help.
He doesn't?
No, he does not.
Well, wait a second. You predicted the Cavaliers to win it all.
The one thing I've learned from working with Skip Bayless one-on-one for the last almost 2 years is not to be a prisoner of the moment. That's the one thing I've learned. If I've learned nothing else about being prisoner of the moment. Now, so what am I supposed to take? Am I supposed to look at Kevin Love's last 3 games or the 4 games that he played in Indiana where he averaged 9 points a game? So am I supposed to look at JR last night or Saturday night when he had 0 points? Because, see, I love how you do this, Skip Bayless. You and I both know. If you're going to tell me Kevin Love on a nightly basis is going to play like the second best player on the team and JR is going to do what he did, Kyle Korver is going to do what he did, well, I'm going to say, well, he has a great chance. But I don't believe they can beat the Warriors. Because if you put those 10 players on the court at one time, Cavaliers got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 belong to the Warriors. And that's what happens. Teams that have the best player. Now, a superstar, he can win you a game or 2. But when you go up against other superstars, and that's what the Golden State Warriors have. First of all, why am I even talking about the Warriors? We got to worry about the East. We got to worry about the Cavs and the Celtics. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. But just to answer your question, I do not believe, because I know what LeBron's going to give me on a nightly basis. He's going to be somewhere around 30 to 35 points, somewhere around 8 to 11 assists, 8 to 11 rebounds. I know what he's capable of doing. But can I count on Kevin Love to give me 23 and 11 like he did the last 3 games?
Maybe.
Or is he going to give me 9 points like he did the last 4 in Indiana? Am I going to get JR that goes perfect from the floor last night? Or the JR that scored 0 points on Saturday night? I never know what I'm going to get.
Interesting.
You know what you're going to get from the Warriors.
You predicted Cavaliers would win it all before the season. At the trade deadline, you threw a parade across the table over those 4 new Cavs that got added at the deadline. Boom.
And what happened to one of the guys I was championing?
Okay. You need him to figure this back out.
We got 2 points in 4 games.
Rodney Hood. Okay, before we get to Rodney Hood, let me just say this.
Okay.
To me, when you have already, yesterday, you proclaimed LeBron James better than Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Absolutely.
You said he's now the GOAT. And you continue to say that he is the best player on the planet right now.
Everybody says that.
So in basketball, because you can only play 5 at once, one superstar can have the most impact of any sport on that season, that team, that game, because only 5 can play, right?
Correct.
So with the help that he does have, because I'm actually seeing a lot of help. Listen, Kevin Love played like an all-star that he was this regular season against Toronto. he averaged 21 and 12. So there went your old theme about he doesn't have anybody who averages even 20 points.
Well,
21 and 12 against
prisoner of the
Toronto.
moment.
But moments are 4 times 4. That's 4 moments.
What about the 7th?
That was a team that you had high regard for, the Toronto Raptors.
Yes.
You said they would win 2 games against the Cavaliers. So you had that much regard. You say Vegas respected. They were 6.5 point
said it
favorites.
too.
Okay, I'm just saying that I thought it was going to be a sweep, but I'm doing your argument from your side of the table because you're speaking out of both sides of your mouth.
No, I'm not.
Because I saw Kevin Love rise and shine. I saw him destroy Valanciunas or Ibaka or Siakam or whoever they tried to guard him with, 21 and 12. And he made 18 of 20 free throws against Toronto. He can shoot it, man.
Yeah.
And again, for the playoffs, he's been shooting almost 40% from 3. So we got Kyle Korver shooting 46% from 3 for the playoffs. We have JR 41%. And we have Jeff Green at 37%. That's help. Am I right? You don't think so? I mean, you don't think Kyle Korver shooting 46% from 3 is help?
But why would he pass the ball to Kyle Korver when the big playoff moments he can't make the shot?
That was the do-or-die moment in the NBA Finals. But we're talking about getting out of the East and being a threat to Golden State. Well, these guys are, they've been
Where would they play Golden State?
Where would they play them?
In the NBA Finals. So if he's not capable of making those shots in the NBA Finals, why are we passing him the ball again?
Well, again, maybe he's starting to figure it out. Maybe he's got enough experience now, because I'm seeing guys who have played a bunch of playoff games, a bunch of finals games, and I'm looking at the playoffs so far. Look at plus minus for the playoffs for the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron's 5th on the team in plus minus. That means he has help. Let's look at effective field goal shooting. LeBron's 4th on the team in effective. How about true shooting? I don't even want to define what it is. These are second-level stats. But LeBron is 5th in true shooting. Then in offensive rating, LeBron is 3rd on the team. That means help.
Skip, hold on.
Help.
I just want to use your argument. If Michael Jordan was universally regarded as the best player on the planet, why couldn't he beat the big 3 Celtics in their prime? Why couldn't he beat the bad boy Pistons? He's universal. Hold on, Skip.
Baby.
No, Skip. No, stop with it.
They were veterans.
All I'm asking, if he was universally regarded, okay, he was a baby in 86. What happened in 87?
Okay, so he broke through in his 7th year. It took LeBron James 9 years to win a championship, and he said on the court after the game, "It's about damn time." Wow.
You do realize that in LeBron's 9th year, right? That's what you're saying.
9th.
So at 27. And LeBron and Michael Jordan broke through at what? At 7 years. LeBron was in the NBA playing when Michael Jordan was getting tutelage at the same age by Dean Smith. You do realize that, right? But I just want you to answer my question. You said the best player should be able to pull anyone. I just want to know why.
You're talking about some of the greatest players in the history of the game. You're talking about top 10 all-time players.
What the hell do you think Kevin Durant and Steph Curry are?
I don't know. They're not as good as Larry Bird yet. I haven't seen that yet. I'm sorry.
Skip, you'd be hard-pressed to find anybody to say Golden State Warriors, as they're currently constructed, do not have 3 of the top 10 shooters of all time in their prime on their roster right now.
So why did you pick the Cavaliers before the season started, and then you re-picked the Cavaliers at the trade deadline?
That's not the issue. That wasn't the question. The question was, does LeBron have enough help? I want you to answer my question. You still haven't answered me.
Yeah, I think he has enough. Would I pick Golden State right now? I would. Okay. But he's got plenty enough help to get out of the East.
Why would you pick Golden State if he has enough help?
Because Kevin Durant is the best player on the planet. We saw it again in Game 4, their quote-unquote must-win game.
That was no must. Hold on. Whoa.
You don't want to go back 2-2.
Whoa.
They got threatened. They got pushed for the first time.
Joy, I love when you do that trap. What difference does it make if they lose? They're 2-2, so there's no pressure.
What did Iguodala do? He compared Kevin Durant to Michael Jordan, a veteran, very high IQ basketball player, and Andre Iguodala.
I'm comparing my iPhone case to this coffee cup. Just because I make a comparison don't make it true. But
what he said was, nobody can spot up and shoot mid-range jump shots unstoppably the way Kevin Durant can. You have to go all the way back to Michael Jordan to find even a comparison for that.
Can I ask you a question?
Interesting.
Name the top 5 player that has it going, gets to his spot that can be stopped. Anthony Davis gets it going. James Harden gets it going. Steph Curry, LeBron James. Name the top 5 player that gets it going, gets to his spot that can be stopped. Andre Iguodala didn't break no news. This was no headline news. The guy's 7 foot tall. We know what he represents.
LeBron does not have this in his repertoire.
What?
He cannot get to spots and shoot jump shots consistently.
Did you see the shot he made last night?
Okay, so what talk about prisoner of the moment?
Oh, what about game 3?
Okay, so wait a second. Since you brought that up.
Yeah.
He is clowning the Raptors because I clowned the Raptors before it even started. I told you they're made for the regular season. It was such a blowout. LeBron said, I could even try this horse shot. Let me see if I can get an H on whoever's, I can't remember who was guarding him. Let me get an H.
If you don't mind me asking.
He fell out of, of course, he walked on the play.
If you don't mind me asking, so what was he doing in game 2 when he made 8, 9 of those shots? What was he doing?
He was clowning them. I tweeted it. Go look at my timeline. Just flat out clowning. It's a rare hot streak for him because he's not a very good mid-range shooter. And by the way, for the playoffs so far, LeBron is the one three-point shooter dragging this team down. He's only 29% from 3. That's not very good for the best player on the planet.
Even though the man is shooting 29% from 3, can you tell the people what he's shooting overall? Even with that 29%. Tell the people, you got it wrote down?
Yeah, I do.
What is he shooting overall?
58%. Because what do I tell you again and again and again and again? What do I keep telling you? Greatest driver of the basketball ever is LeBron James. Greater than Michael Jeffrey Jordan on attacking the rim is this guy. Nobody can stop this freight train to the basket, which is why I ask you once again, why for the last second shot the other night on Saturday night, would he choose this bizarre fadeaway one-hand, one-foot shot?
Because he practiced it.
Oh, he practiced
Hold on, but here's the thing, Joey. I love walking, skipping this trap. Now, when I said these buzzer beaters, these walk-off, I said he laid the ball up against Indy. I don't want no layup. That's not a shot. So now, hold on. No, don't interrupt me, Skip. Now, he lays the ball up. That's not a shot. That was
just a wide-open left-handed layup off the glass.
You just asked, why wouldn't he go to the rim?
Yep.
He goes to the rim and lays it up, and you got a problem with it. He hits the last-second shot. You got a problem with it.
Okay,
now,
he doesn't go to the rim at that situation, at that moment.
Did the ball go in?
He does not want to shoot the free throws.
Did he go in?
Let me finish.
Okay.
He does not want to shoot the free throws because he's a pathetic late-game free throw shooter.
Skip, think about what you just said.
Think
about what you just said.
I said facts. I got facts.
Skip.
Go look at the stats on his late-game playoff free throw shooting. Go look at them. Tell me what you see.
You said LeBron wasn't clutch. I said he laid the ball up. You said you're not counting a layup. He's hit 3 buzzer beaters from jump shots. That's not good enough. See, he keeps destroying your narrative. Now you want him to get fouled. No, now you don't want it. Don't take a jump shot. Go to the basket. Get fouled. So you know what? From here on out, I don't want to hear. If Tom Brady does not run a 30-yard touchdown with no time on the clock, I'm not counting a come from behind win.
Okay, so
we're gonna do it like that.
He doesn't have enough help to win the East? Is that what you're saying?
That wasn't the question. The question was,
I think he's got plenty enough help. And I think he has enough help to scare Golden State.
Yeah. Let's say for the sake of argument. If we have a draft and we're drafting just the Warriors and the Cavaliers, name the Cavalier other than LeBron James that would be a top 5 pick.
Kevin Love.
So he's going to
really
hold on. So
he's averaged 21 and 12.
Wait,
an all-star. He's a 5-time all-star.
I'm just asking you this. So is he going in front of Steph, Clay, or Draymond?
I'd take him over Draymond. I would. He can do more things than Draymond.
No, he can't.
Stop shooter.
Skip, stop playing. He cannot do more things than Draymond Green. Stop.
No, he's really good. He's a really good player.
We're not debating. That's not the question.
21 and 12, 48% from the floor, and against Indiana, he shot 40% from 3, and you continue to sweep under your little carpet over there, your LeBron protecting carpet. LeBron checked out of Game 7, the crucial, pivotal moment of these playoffs. He checked out and walked to the locker room for reasons I do not know to this moment. And what happened over that stretch? Did Victor Oladipo take over the game? They were up 1, and when he came back in, they were up 12. Who did that? Who did it? No, don't skip me. Just say, who did it?
Think about what you're saying.
I'm saying that Kevin Love took the game over. He made 2 threes and a mid-range jump shot that saved the season and helped save LeBron's legacy.
Why is it that everybody...
That's help. That's what you call help.
Why is it that LeBron James' teammates do what they're supposed to do? They save LeBron's legacy. Everybody else have teammates. They do their job. That's what they're supposed to do.
Okay, but LeBron wasn't on the floor. He was gone. He was out.
So
it wasn't like I'm going to call a play and you take the shot.
I didn't watch because television, they didn't have the ticket like they have now. So are you telling me the Chicago Bulls never made a run unless Michael Jordan was on the court? Is that what you're telling me?
What do you mean made a run?
Go on a run. The game was tied, and when he comes back in, they're ahead.
Well, all I know is Michael Jordan never checked out with cramps one time. Not one time. I don't ever remember. I watched all those games. I never remember him checking out. I just remember him playing all the games.
Skip, you know the body. Now stop doing that.
Well, I don't know.
You know what? The bigger the man.
He played with the flu one night in Utah and had one of his greatest games ever.
The bigger the man, the more oxygen that is required to fuel his muscles. So stop doing that. 6'6" at 205 and 6'9" at 260 is two different things.
Yep.
So stop doing that.
So, again, we even have Saturday Night Live trying to extend this
LeBron
protecting narrative by saying, let's do a skit about the other Cavaliers, which unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, got cut from the show. I thought it was mildly funny, but not that funny.
It was hilarious.
Hilarious. They have a horse starting at center for LeBron James. Remember that?
Yeah.
And I wonder how Kevin Love took that. I wonder how Tristan Thompson took that. He had two big games, Game 7 and Game 1, right? Those were big-time games, right?
They played 11 games.
Interesting.
You named 2.
Yeah. And by the way, the Cavaliers have had 9 different players in the playoffs start games for them. So not just 5, they have 4 other guys.
That's not a good thing.
Yeah, it's a really good thing. You can mix and match on matchups.
Skip, stop doing that. Stop doing
Interesting. Wow. Interesting.
Name the other team.
Wow.
Name the other team that started this many lineups where injuries were not involved. But that's a good thing now.
There were no injuries involved.
Exactly. Yeah, that's my point.
So you can really, depending on the matchup, depending who you need to do what, you can start different. And by the way, Game 1 against the Pacers, Rodney Hood actually started that game. And then what happened? Maybe the stage was too big for him. I don't know.
But he got enough help. Why would the stage be? Why would the stage be too big for him? Because the stages only get bigger the farther you go along. See, now you're undercutting your own argument. No, you just said Rodney Hood started.
So here's my argument. Ty Lue screwed it up last night. That's my argument. After he made a brilliant decision to take the ball full court at the end of the game on Saturday night. Because with 1:12 left in the first quarter, when it was clear again, they were starting to pull away from the lowly Raptors. With 1:12 left in the first quarter, he sends in, not Rodney Hood, Jetty. He sends Jetty into the game.
Jetty.
Yeah, Jetty?
Jedi.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, return of the Jetty. And here we go. And Rodney Hood sitting on the bench saying, are you kidding me? So I don't blame. You need to
What you mean you don't blame him?
You need to put him in the game and let him shoot his way out of it. Because I'm going to remind you, just this year for the Utah Jazz, he had 3 30-point games. He had 1 in his second to last game with Utah back in February.
And Utah had no problem giving him up for Jay Crowder. He was so instrumental to what they were doing. They had no problem giving him up for Jay Crowder. You just said he started game 1 and then he's been a no-show. In these playoffs, in this series alone, he scored 2 points. But you say LeBron James has enough help. Think about what you just said, Skip.
This guy can shoot it, and you have to give him a chance
but he
to find his stroke. So you don't put Jetty in for him. That's his spot to go in. And again, I'm not going to condone his not going.
You just did.
I did not. With 7:38 left in the game, you still, if the coach says go in, you need to go in and play.
But you just said because
the game was still, it was a 4-point game at that point. You need to pay some respect to Rodney Hood and put him in the game.
No,
that's what you need to do.
Okay,
you just lost him. You just lost him
like
for the
Smith
playoffs.
Barney.
Way to go.
You get respect the old-fashioned way.
Way to go, Ty.
Earn it.
You screwed that one up.
No, he ain't screw up nothing.
You probably
Rodney Hood screwing up our lineup by not making shots, by not defending anybody.
I can't tell you how many nights against my Spurs I would just hang my head and say, he just made another 3.
Skip.
Rodney Hood can shoot the lights out.
Skip, what the hell?
You have to give him a chance to figure it out.
I just want to know one
Shooters
thing. I
shoot.
just want to know one thing.
How many times have you gone crazy about J.R. Smith? How many times in our 2-year run here have you said, get him out of my sight?
No.
He can't make a shot.
I don't have a problem.
You have to let shooters shoot.
No. Here's the thing. I just want you to tell me this. What the hell does what Rodney Hood did in Utah have to do with the Cavaliers, What has he done for them? I don't have a problem with JR taking bad shots. I don't want him to take a layup. I want him to spin, go back behind the three-point line, fall out of bounds, and take that shot. The problem that I have with JR is not when he's not making shots and he's jacking off on defense. That's what I got the problem with. If he go, I understand, Skip, because he had the toughest assignment of these series, other than LeBron, because he always had to guard the best offensive player on the opposing team. So I'm not expecting JR to give me 20 points. I would love to see it. But when you're exerting that kind of energy, trying to stop Oladipo, you're exerting that kind of energy, trying to stop DeRozan, I know it's going to zap some of your legs. He's a jump shooter. So I know some of his legs are going to be gone. I got no problem with that. But you're going to sit here and tell me a man that scored 2 points in 4 games. Kevin Love averaged 9 points. 9 points.
You know, Rodney Hood in that Game 1 start against Indiana, even though they lost the game, pretty well. He made 4 out of 8 shots, scored 9 points. That's not bad. He deserved better than that. They give him little spurts of chances, and he has not made shots.
You don't get what you deserve. You get what you earn. Has he earned those minutes?
So you have help that you just messed up on the bench. Because when you get to Golden State, if you get to Golden State, you need Rodney Hood's firepower against Stephen Clay. That's what you need to match shot for shot. That's what you need. Because when he goes off, trust me on this, because you don't know his game the way I do.
I've seen him.
Hey, he can go off on people.
I watched him one Saturday night go off against the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers were up by 12 and ended up losing by 30 because he lost his mind shooting the 3-ball. But I have yet to see that when he's Skip. It's a whole different ball game. See, when every dog will bark real loud behind his own fence. It's just when you open the gate and he sees other big dogs that all of a sudden he loses his voice. See, what Rodney Hood see in Utah, there's no pressure. But see, when you play next to that guy, Bron's playing, the expectations, Skip.
Well, you know what? Joe Varden, who covers the Cavaliers for Cleveland.com, points out that for the first time all year, LeBron used the word championship last night because I think he really likes his help and what he's seeing from his help. He defended his help. And he also said, I think defensively in these last 11 playoff games, we've been very, very, very good. 3 varies in front of good.
I mean,
it requires 4 other guys to play some defense because we know LeBron doesn't play a whole lot himself.
That's not what the stats say. The stats say in this series when they're guarded by LeBron James, they're 3-21. That's what the stats say, but you didn't read that one.
But in defensive win shares, way down.
Skip, don't do that, Skip, because I've been waiting for you. I got all these landmines. I got a lot of landmines. You better step carefully, because one step.
Where's he ranking defensive win shares, individual?
He ranks in the conference finals.
Oh.
That's where he ranked. Conference finals. 10 times in 12 years. 10 times in 12 years. Right where he belongs.
I told you it was going to be a sweep, and you wouldn't believe it.
You were worried about the baby dinosaurs.
Yeah. You were worried.
I'm
worried. You got to trust.
I'm worried about catching.
You got to believe.
I'm worried about catching the flu. I ain't getting no flu shot.
Well, why don't you have any faith in your man?
I got all the ultimate faith.
The Cowboys already admitting they'll have a bad season. We'll discuss that next.